Hello, friends. Still getting set up. We got a few more minutes. How is everybody today? How's your Friday? Or I guess maybe technically in some places it could still be Saturday. I'm doing great, guys. Thank you for asking. Hello, and you made it right on time. Look at that. You're early and on time. You're just killing it. Four minutes. I think I'm gonna fill my water. I know I'm gonna need it. And I spilled the water everywhere. I'm glad I did it earlier rather than later. Okay, we're ready now. Yes. To me, milk is way more important than water. Soda. I was never a huge fan of soda, and I mean, being from America, that, you know, sugar is very common for us. It's in like everything. It's in our McDonald's buns. It's in everything. But there was something about soda that was actually always too sweet for me. The only soda that I really enjoyed was root beer and cream soda. What's your favorite, Smoker? Mellow Yellow. That's such a regional thing. I haven't had Mellow Yellow in like, wow, 15 years? 14 years? It's been a long time. That's funny. That's like 7-Up versus Sprite. 7-Up is a very region-specific thing in the US. Yeah, I noticed that, Undot. And it is actually very good. It's just carbonated apple juice. It's really good. It's funny, you could get that at almost every restaurant. It's incredibly popular there. Yeah, it really was. It was really good. It was just carbonated apple juice. But it wasn't like sweet like soda, because like soda has all that extra sugar that's put in it. This just has the natural ingredients of having apple juice. Hi guys, welcome. We're gonna start off with a little bit of news. So we'll start off with Police Simulator because there's quite a bit that happened. We're gonna read through all the patch notes together. But we're going to catch up on chat. So let's start at the top. So Smoker, you were first. Congratulations. Welcome back, FEG. Hello, Undot. Welcome back, Elder Blue. I think that's everybody. Great direction. Think being late, but are early. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Anxiety. That's how you win with that. So that's your number one favorite soda. Yeah, I mean, even when I did drink soda a lot, even when I did drink soda, it was never really a lot. I liked Sierra Mist before it disappeared because that was sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. So like it was a little more natural, but I still wouldn't overdo it. Orange soda, occasionally. Sometimes it was a little too sweet for me because that really fake orange taste. But then it was root beer or cream soda. Cream soda was like my treat. Give me a cream soda float with vanilla ice cream. That's GG. That's GG. There's nothing better than that. I didn't put any product in my hair, so we're gonna see like if it dries, I just turn into my mother with curly Sue hair. We'll see. Okay, let's get started. So Police Simulator Patrol Officers, we have patch 15.0.2, I think technically is the patch that's out right now. You haven't had a float since uni. That's true. Yeah, that's big here. Hello, Senior Manor. Welcome back. Yeah, that was a while ago for you, Undad. All right, so some of the biggest things that happened with this Police Simulator update was the character changer, which is a feature that people have been asking for a very long time. Not only just to be able to switch your character out when you want, but if there's an error, sometimes people got a really weird bug where they would load their save file and it would replace the patrol officer they've been leveling their career up with a different patrol officer. Like they would be Ashley Chung, but then when they loaded their save file, it was Frank. And it was like, that's not the same character I've been playing. And some people were so upset that they would actually stop playing the game and make a new save file. But now they don't have to. They can go back to their original save file and just change the character at will in the same place that you would change all of your uniforms and such through the locker. There was a whole bunch of extra costumes that were added, which was really cool too, including like the Miami Vice style, like Hawaiian t-shirts and undercover type uniform and garb. All right, fellow officers, we just released patch 15 across all platforms, including new features, a special beta, and many bug fixes. You've accumulated 1,000 hours in Police Simulator and want to finally switch your character? Tired of Frank and now in the mood to roleplay as Emma? Then head into the lockers and discover the new character changer. We're also starting an exclusive beta for the Fast Pursuit vehicle, or the FPV, for owners of the special and unmarked packs. If you own at least one of these DLC, you're automatically eligible to try out the new patrol car and provide early feedback to the team. The FPV is the ideal police vehicle for high-speed pursuits. I can confirm. It is the fastest vehicle in the fleet, and it is a zoom. It really is. It's so much fun. Because of that, it's really kind of like a Corvette. There's no back seat, so you're not able to transport any arrestees. You have to call in for backup for those particular arrestees. But if you're just cruising the highway and just pulling people over or dealing with specific things on the road like traffic or like accidents, then it's the perfect vehicle for sure. But if you enjoy stacking your car filled with arrestees, you're probably going to want something like the EPV that fits like 5 people. You got the car, Smoker. What do you think? What do you think so far? The police outfit you put on is not saving. So do you mean that... thank you very much, Undot. Do you mean that, like, when you select it and you leave the locker, it doesn't stay? Or every time you load the game, it doesn't stay? Because every time you load the game, that's normal. It's supposed to go back to the default Brighton City Police Department uniform. But if you mean, like, you select, like, the horse head and then you exit the locker and the horse head's not there, that's definitely a bug to report to Astragon, for sure. I haven't heard that one yet, so you'd be the first one to tell me if that is the case, if that's what you're experiencing. Thanks to its launch control and great handling, this vehicle accelerates from standstill faster than any other vehicle. The full release for the FPV is planned for a later date. Let me try this one. This is the one that I'm reading from. It's the same as above, it's just shorter. Actually, there's an even better one. If I go to news, let's do this one. This link is probably better. When I load up the game or restarting, it's not there anymore. Yeah, so that's normal. That's a normal, Smoker. It's supposed to reset to your default uniform every time you load your save file or reload the game. But as long as it's staying after you save from the locker for that shift that you picked it for, then that's good. All right, we'll hop back in. In addition, we have fixed several issues reported by all of you, including a problem with the patrol car acceleration, ELS reflections for unmarked vehicles, and more. So we'll get into it. The way Astragon writes these notes is it's usually like new stuff first, and then like balancing, and then bug fixes, usually. Sometimes they break it up by just strict categories. So let's see. So as far as new features are concerned, they've added the character preset changer. You can now go to the locker to switch your character instead of having to create a new save game. Want to play as Noah instead of Frank? Now's your chance. Very exciting. Fast Pursuit Vehicle. Owners of the special and unmarked vehicle packs will now have Fast Pursuit Vehicle as part of the exclusive beta. The full release is planned for a later date. Unmarked and special skins. Fixed additional issues with ELS from unmarked vehicles not reflecting correctly on objects. That was a common issue people had too. Gameplay. Fixed items that are seemingly not illegal may be classified as stolen goods at way stations. I was experiencing that a lot too. I don't do way stations a lot. It's not my favorite call out, but I was noticing that myself. It wasn't often, but it was happening. Fixed spawn accidents leading to wrong GPS directions at certain highway crossings. I had not experienced that one. Fixed DUI alcohol felony occurring too often during a way station call out. Yeah, that made sense. It was essentially just adjusting how often it was showing up, because it was like, for some people it was the only call out that was showing up or really like the only like instance or incident that was happening. So you'd had to go through a whole extra set of steps because they were DUI. Multiplayer. Fixed incorrectly giving directions to an NPC, granting full SP if you're the client rather than the host. Fixing jittering of client character. I don't play multiplayer a lot, so I don't have any experience with these issues and how common they were. You guys will have to let me know if you saw it a lot. Fixed interaction with the counter officer being played twice when starting in multiplayer. And fixed the EPV tool not being visible for the client. Oh, that's interesting. So the net on the front of the EPV wasn't loading for some people. That's actually fascinating. I wonder why parts of the vehicle weren't loading. NPC and NPVs. Fixed driving vehicles load in. Fixed driving vehicles load in with an open door. Yeah, I just saw that a lot. I'd be driving around and like driver's side doors while they were driving were just open because they just spawned in front of me. Fixed an issue with the NPC pathfinding being broken at way stations. Again, I don't do way stations that often, so I didn't experience that myself. Patrol cars. Fixed an issue with the acceleration of patrol cars after tapping brake twice. 2 specific influencers or community members helped bring that to attention. That's awesome. Sounds. Fixed trucks having a way too loud engine. I think I experienced that before, but I just took that as like a loud exhaust pipe that I just didn't pull over because I was too busy with something else. But that would make sense. Fixed sound effects from the fire extinguisher being hearable from far away. I think that probably only mattered in multiplayer because that's the only instance you would be far away from a fire extinguisher going off. Otherwise, you're the one doing it. So that's a very, very specific bug. That's interesting. Fixed felony stop dialogue, replaying every time you point your gun at the car. I don't think I experienced that one, but it was big enough that y'all reported it, so that's cool. Glad that got fixed. UI, fixed inventory pop-up not appearing when searching a vehicle and then having a suspect flee the scene. I had that. I've had that before. As we all saw from like the last stream that I did for Police Simulator, it was non-stop. I had so many runners. It was actually insane. Our counter broke. That's how many runners we had. Fixed cargo information for fake ID remaining on the last checked driver. I don't remember that happening, but maybe it did and I just didn't notice it. But I think I did not experience that one. Crashes. Fix the crash that occurred after a parked vehicle has spawned in the world. Fix the crash after setting up a roadblock manually. Been a long time since I did a roadblock, but I don't think I experienced either of those crashes. We haven't crashed on stream once, actually, in any of the times that I've played the game. That might be because I have a really monster setup. Not sure. Modding. Fixed EPV mods no longer working. Thank you, modders. Shout out to the modders. There's some really cool stuff that modders have done. 14.6, we went over that when that came out. So there is an update, 15.1 that's coming out, or 15.2 that's coming out very soon. It's going through testing and certification right now, but that'll fix some of the issues that popped up because of this or during this bug fix, as well as some other things that we wanted to address as well. So more news on that to come. Any questions about that, guys? Why is tow truck not towing semi trucks? So technically it does. You just can't see it happening because we didn't put the animation in the game. And part of that is because animations are very expensive. Undot might be able to shed some light on that. But think about it this way, Smoker, right? Anytime something has to be added to the game that isn't there before, there's a whole lot of steps that have to go in for that to actually happen. And it could take months or years, depending on what it is. So for example, let's say we wanted to add a specific towing truck or an animation for the towing trucks to handle the semi trucks, right? That you're towing. So if the vehicle that exists, the towing vehicle that exists, doesn't support, like it's too small or it doesn't have the right mechanism to be able to lift and pull away a semi truck, that has to be either created or added into the game. That has to go through a process of how much does it cost, how long is it going to take to build, what departments have to be involved in that, what assets have to be purchased or created from scratch, and then how long is it going to take to actually implement all of that. And essentially, all of that costs time and money. So when you think about like adding even something as simple as like a car skin to the game, all of that has to be taken into effect. And it has to be determined whether or not the money being spent for all that time and all those individual people working on that specific thing is going to net a positive amount of money in the end. Because somebody who's investing money is not going to invest if they're not going to get a return on that investment, right? So when it comes to adding something like a tow truck that was never scoped in from the original game, you're still getting credit for towing the truck. It's just not being removed right in front of you. And sometimes you can finagle it. If you walk just far enough away, it'll despawn the semi truck. But realistically, you're still getting credit for it. You're still getting all the CP for it, or the SP for it, and you're not losing CP for abandoning the vehicle or anything like that. So you're doing everything right. You're still getting full credit for it. But for those of us that are like kind of completionists that like the satisfaction of seeing the road clear out after we've taken care of a major accident or DUI or whatever it is, that's the only thing that you're missing realistically in that scenario, and that's free. That doesn't cost anything, just the satisfaction of knowing that you did the right thing and you're getting credit for it and the game is working as intended. But to add all that extra stuff costs a lot of money and a lot of time, and sometimes it's just not worth it. If it's going to take 7 months to implement that, is it really worth it when we could just be adding maybe more call outs, or adding new vehicles or things like that would make the game more fun on a faster track schedule, if that makes sense. Yeah, adding stuff that wasn't planned for is even more work, and that's absolutely true. I mean, there's so much that we can't account for. Our community is huge in Police Simulator, really all of our games. So we'll release something like the Highway Patrol expansion, and there's things that we just didn't think of to add in there. Like, for example, the tow truck. If we had thought about that maybe 2 years ago, and that's something that we knew was going to be in the DLC, then that would have been scoped in and scheduled and planned to come out with the Highway Patrol expansion. But it's probably something that just got overlooked, or didn't seem like it was that big of enough of a deal to scope it into the game. So it was never planned. So to add it after the fact would take a lot of time and money, and it's really just a balance of like, is it profitable to do that, or is it better to continue working on bugs and releasing a lot of other little things rather than just this one big thing that overall doesn't really have a huge impact on the game. It probably has a bigger impact on like way station callouts than really anything else. And if anything, I think it might be easier to just lower the amount of semi trucks that actually spawn at things like minor and major accidents inside the city limits. That's probably going to be the best solution, because then you just see less of the semi trucks that are clogging up huge swaths of tiny little streets downtown. And that's probably going to be the easier solution than to add another vehicle that then also has to have AI and tech art and animations being added to it. So it's always like, it's a balancing act of like what makes the most sense monetarily and with time. You have to think that time is the one resource we don't get back. So it's sometimes it's just not worth it to do something like that, and sometimes you have to come up with a creative solution instead. That's just a random idea. Cool thing about it, though, you love PSVO so much, we got the chance to add stuff we didn't plan. That's absolutely true. The one thing that I'll say time and time again is we did not expect, I don't think Astragon expected, and ACR certainly didn't expect it with our team of like 30 people 5 years ago, that PSVO was going to explode the way that it did. So we're really blessed to be able to have the problem that there's too many things to add to the game, because the community knows what they want, So it's a nice problem to have, and we wish that we could please everybody all the time. But unfortunately, it's just not possible. So hopping into Windstorm. So the last time we talked about it, we had Developer Diary 3, which was actually in the form of a video this time around. And this was really amazing behind the scenes stuff. This is what we were showing at Gamescom, and it shows really behind the scenes of, our artists working on these individual pieces of art. And we've gone into before the difference in the biomes within Mongolia, why we chose Mongolia as a setting, how it maybe relates to the Windstorm franchise overall, and a lot into environment design. So how do we inform a player or train a player to know that there's a downed tree in front of them, so that they can smoothly run to it and jump over it without getting confused or getting caught up on controls or the cameras fighting them every step of the way. So we showed most recently in the second Developer Diary, essentially how we created the environment to intuitively inform players what to think about. So for example, you'll have a downed tree here. There's always going to be a tree stump that looks somewhat similar to that. So when you see that tree stump, you can assume that there's probably a downed tree there that you're going to have to leap over or maybe go around. So that's something that as you play the game, you'll constantly be informed about, and you'll subconsciously start looking for those clues. Maybe there's a set of cairn stones that always indicates that there's maybe a hidden cave that you can explore. So then you'll be looking for those. When you see one, you're like, oh, there's a cave nearby. Let me go find it. All that stuff is stuff that we train players to start looking out for in specific games. And we went into some of the development behind the scenes on that too. So this time around for developer diary number 4, we went into the horse training and horse care. Now, I'm not going to read every single paragraph because this would take the entire stream if we read everything, but I'll go over some of the really highlight stuffs. This developer diary, we really focused on the main reason that a lot of folks are excited for Windstorm, and that's the horses. We've been making horse games for, as long as about 6-7 years now at this point, starting with the Windstorm franchise, but then also really diving into really exploratory stuff like open world, world building, camp building, and horse breeding and training and taming. So now we're taking everything from those previous games and kicking it up way up a notch. So specifically, this blog looked into horse training and horse care, which were 2 crucial features that are meant to make the horses in our game feel like living individual creatures rather than simply speed upgrades in different colors, which is kind of what Windstorm that we're about to play, Start of a Great Friendship Remastered, is. It's essentially you get faster turn or tighter turning, faster speed, and your stamina lasts longer before it runs out. Those are essentially all the stats that you get. But there were special features in horse sales that we were experimenting with where your horse might be afraid of the dark. So you have to stop more often in dark forests to calm them, pet them, and comfort them, and then you can hop back on the horse and it's full speed again. If you fed them certain types of food or candies, then they may get a slowdown or they may get a special boost, or it might be a favorite of theirs, so their happiness goes up, which affects how they're handling when you're riding them. So there's a lot of things that we experimented in Horsetails that we're again just taking to Legend of Khiimori and just stepping it up even further. So in this game specifically, you're going to have, and I'll hover over this one so you can see it full. This is an example of all the different individual traits, like how much stamina they typically have, what their total health is, their water level, if they need to be, if they're thirsty, if they need water, if they're hungry and need food, how much they trust you, which is trust points. And essentially this is, you're going to get specific traits for all specific horses. So you're going to have permanent traits that they always do. They're always able to run. They're always able to jump. Maybe some are able to jump higher because they trust you more. But other horses won't have that trust-based trait, so they won't jump as high as this specific horse does. So you're going to be able to breed horses between different breeds or specific purebred. Role-playing horse. Exactly, role-playing horse. And you'll be able to essentially craft a horse to meet specific challenges that you have in the world. Maybe you are constantly on mountains. Maybe you want a horse that is more akin to being able to handle the mountainous terrain because you like exploring caves up in the high mountains. Or maybe you like one that can deal with swamps better. So you're gonna essentially breed and train a horse to deal with that. And then in your camp, you'll be able to swap out your horses anytime you want for specific tasks that you want to take them on, or maybe specific side quest or missions. So the skills in the upper right, you can see all the different individual specific stats. So what their max speed is, what their turning radius is, how fast they accelerate, how much they can carry. That all is dependent on the breed and their training. And this is just essentially a rudimentary idea of what that menu is going to look like and how in depth you're going to be able to get into with the horses. Stats and potential, we talked a little bit about that, but essentially, just like all of our simulation games, we wanted to balance very carefully how much realism is in the game versus how much fun and engaging gameplay there is. We are taking the horses incredibly serious. So anybody who is interested in horse training, taming, riding, anything related to horses, you are going to be immensely satisfied with this game. It's something that we are focusing on as a core pillar from the beginning. You will also have horse merchants. So this paragraph is really cool. So horses in Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori, won't grow old and die, but the potential stat effectively shows you how much more training any horse is up for. So there's a plateau. Every horse has a limit to how great they can be or what a specific stat can become. A foal you've bred yourself will have high potential and none of it allocated to specific stats yet, while an adult horse you buy from a merchant or tame from a wild herd might already come with a set of skills that you cannot influence as freely. So we wanted to have that, not randomness, but I'm not sure exactly what the word I'm looking for is, but the challenge of different horses essentially have their own personalities in physical attributes and abilities and capabilities. Care and consequences. So every horse has hunger. Thirst, health, and stamina values can get drained and filled through gameplay. Together, these values make up the horse's overall condition, which in turn influences how fast the horse gains trust or gets its attributes trained. So obviously, the better you treat a horse, the better trained it's going to become and the faster it's going to get to where you need it to be. If you neglect horses, then obviously they're going to not perform as well. They're not going to learn as quick. They're not going to be as fast. This is just an example. So this is a full screenshot, just a complete pre-alpha screenshot of a specific area in the game. So you can see at the bottom left, we have their food level, their thirst level, how tired they are. On the right-hand side, you have all the individual controls. And if we zoom into this one, this is specifically calling out that lower left quadrant, just so you can specifically see what that's looking like. I was a big fan of the Horse Merchant Marketplace. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I actually really loved this outfit. I love everything. The amount of detail that went into just the tools that's hanging on their belts. All relevant. Everything is relevant. A sweat scraper, a brush, a sponge, a comb, a hoof pick. Really incredible stuff. Really, really cool stuff. So yeah, you guys, that's where we're at. That's all the news so far for the games. There's there's nothing else to announce right now. Ambulance Life, we are going to start showing some really cool content probably starting next week is my guess. Essentially, the way it's going to work is we're going to create a bunch of content, our community team here at ACER, and then it has to go through an approval process. And as long as it passes approval, then we can start posting stuff. So that process is going to start next week. We have some really great announcements for ACER in general in the next coming weeks, so definitely stay tuned. Nothing for Horsetails. Nothing else for Windstorm. Started a Great Friendship Remastered, which we're going to be playing for the rest of the stream today. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think we're good. I think we're caught up. Can't wait for next week. Me too. Me too, me too, me too. Let's see if my controller works. Oh, it looks like it does. How's the volume, guys? Is the game too loud? Am I too loud? Let me know. Ooh, that's loud for me. It might be too loud for you guys. What do we think? Let's talk to Mr. Khan so we get some
I think
vocal.
Windstorm
Tiny bit
could
loud.
benefit from a little training.
There we go. That should be much better.
Training? You won't make him compete in any tournaments, will you?
We know what happened last time. For those who don't know, the first movie had a tournament, and Mika and Osvind bombed it hard. Oh, I think the game crashed.
No,
we're good.
I was just referring to his stamina in general.
You're right. When I'm not at Kaltenbach Estate, he just doesn't get enough training. It's because he won't let anyone ride him but me.
True.
We're getting there, though. I've worked out some tasks for you. After that, you'll be in top condition again.
Sounds good, Master.
Wait a minute. This is like a new game.
For the first part of your fitness training
Maybe
session, I've staked out a nice long track for you. Don't dawdle, though.
Don't dawdle. Okay, hold on. Let me check. No. Okay, we're pretty far in. We're like a third of the way through because there's lots of extra stuff that we can do. Okay.
For the first part of your...
We go zoom zoom. We do actually have some exciting stuff for Start of a Great Friendship to talk about pretty soon. I don't remember the controls. That's back. That's stop. What's jump? That's jump. Okay. I don't remember what the camera lock is, so we're just gonna have to chill. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh. Too late.
Wow.
Wowee. I always forget how gorgeous this game is. I have a brand new monitor too. That is it's OLED and it's a really high frame refresh rate. So it looks really stunning for me. Really deep, rich colors. Pure blacks. It looks really nice. Man, it takes forever to build that stamina back up. Yeah. Man, there's nothing to leap over. I was hoping that was an actual jump. Moo! One lonely cow. What's she doing? Oh, there it is. So it's left bumper. Halfway with 3 minutes left. We're fine. We got plenty of time, chat. Still taking forever to build this up. Stamina so slow. Hope you put on sunscreen or HDR screen.
Keep it up.
That was a very early jump. Whoops. Whoopsies. Brum. Yeah, in real life, I sunburn so easily, actually. What's a useless horse game? You better not be talking about my pride and joy, Windstorm.
Wow.
Wow. I always mess this jump up because I do it too late. Okay, good enough. It wasn't a perfect jump, but it was good. Oh, brum. Only good? I thought that was pretty great. Sad. Oh, ran out of stamina. It's funny because every other stat is maxed out. I think it's how slowly your stamina depletes that I have to unlock still. But whatever stat I don't unlock is always the one that slows me down, and it's so frustrating. Oh, I have to go here. So I can cut through. .1 minute. Oh, I got 3 left. We're good. We're totally good. It's the last one over there. Yep. Yeah, see?
You did better than I expected.
Wow.
Apparently, Windstorm hasn't been as lazy as I thought.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Mr. Khan. You did better than I thought you were gonna do. I'm like, oh, okay. Paddock, I don't have to do like an arrow. Go for a ride. We'll do like an arrow.
Really have stamina. Now let's see if you're still as fast as ever.
Oh, it's a ghost race. So fun thing about the ghost races is all the blue ghosts were actual devs who had to run the race. Vroom, 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 vroom. Did I go the right way? Did I mess up? I messed up! I don't know if I can recover this. I don't think I... No, because it doesn't show me the rest. Look at the blue horses just zooming! Oh, no! All right, we might be able to recover it. I don't know. All right, Windstorm, let's go. I gotta really hit all these jumps now. No! I missed the first jump! Hello? Well, there is no best time, Moondot, because it's a mission I've never done before. So there's no record of the player playing it yet. Oh, this is actually a pretty cool race. Okay, I'm catching up. But like we're running out of time that we can make up. What? I absolutely I hit the wrong button. I'm not hitting the jump button. All right, well, any chance we had was just thrown away with that, I think. You know what I'm doing? I'm hitting the horse drift button. It doesn't do anything in this game. I needed that to be a perfect jump to get my stamina back. Perfect jump. There we go. That helped. Oh, they took a different path than me. That's interesting. I think I actually caught up to them now. Oh, I wasn't supposed to jump that. Nailed it. Whoa! Wow, that's such a sharp turn. I had no idea. What? Oh, too tight of a turn. Oh, got a nice sweet 720 there. Man, these turns are crazy. Oh! No way that's what does me in. The last one.
As fast as
crazy.
Even
there's no reason I should have won that. That was so dumb. Who pursues wins.
According to my grandfather, pursuits are the perfect training for both horse and rider.
Windstorm and 34 are looking forward to the race already. Okay. Does this mean I have to catch him? Or her? I forget. I think 34 is a her. think it's a mare.
Faster, Windstorm.
I do. Oh, I hate these. Because the issue is they have infinite stamina and I don't.
Faster, Windstorm. We're lagging behind. We need to get closer.
What? Hello? I'm stuck. All right, well, I have to just start the mission.
"34 gave you the slip indeed. Doesn't that bother you?"
Doesn't that bother you? No, man, I hit a rock.
According to my grandfather, pursuits are the perfect training for
Oh,
both
I know you
horse-
do, but like you can't. Because they have infinite stamina and you don't. You have to track them into a corner basically, so that like during the corner turn you're hitting for the full 3 seconds. These are very player unfriendly missions. See, like right there. If I knew he was going to turn left, that would have been the time. Yeah, I'm running full speed. I'm about to run out of stamina, and I never even caught up once. Wait, I don't know where you go. Oh, I thought that was a cliff. Gonna cut right? No, darn. I thought they were gonna cut right. I had a plan. I had a plan. See, now I have to build up stamina again. They just literally lose me. There it is. Got it.
Good job, Mika. As swift and fast as ever.
Yeah, those missions are evil. Depending on the terrain that's given to you, sometimes they're easier. Like if it's a strict path and you know that they're going to have to turn left because they're in a wall, a boundary, then like you can stay left and you'll stay in the circle for longer. That's like the only tip that I can give for that stuff. But that was good. That was second try. I mean, first try. Nailed it. Okay, take a photo. Windstorm seems to be tired. Okay, all right, we'll clean him up. I think this photo I haven't done before yet. We'll do hooves. These are easy enough. No frog, no frog, no frog. Perfect. Ooh, that was dangerously close to hitting the frog. Dangerously close, chat. Since I started playing the remaster, because this is much slower, the original game, it like zoomed and it was very easy to hit the frog and harm the horse. But since I started playing the remaster, I have not hit the frog once, which I'm proud of. It's something everybody who takes care of a horse should strive for.
Now you can frolic around again.
Away with you.
Away with you. Is he full? Yeah, he's full. We're good. A little stress is not bad in a game. I mean, I don't know. For a nice family-friendly, relaxing game like this, it's a little stressful.
East of the hills are several hot air balloons up in the
maybe
sky.
I have had this one.
Take a picture of the one with the colorful stripes.
But this is the that's the one, by the way, right in the middle. Can I just use that picture? Check. Hold on. We're not even gonna sprint. We're just gonna gallop there. Little Happy Clouds. Rest in peace, Bob Ross. You were a perfect individual. Is there a function in Ambulance Life to have a choice to change the name? What do you mean by the name? The name Ambulance Life? Because that's a no. I think we're literally just gonna go straight this way. just saw one hot air balloon off in the distance, so theoretically that's where they all are, because usually it's a whole bunch of them. It's like a specific area off the map they're all participating in. See that blue one back there? I guess we'll find out. No, the title, the character name. Oh. I don't think so, because essentially the way it works is you're picking one. It's the same as Police Simulator. You're picking one person's career path. So you're picking the character who you want to play as, and it's that character's life, not yours, if that makes sense. You're simulating the experience of an existing paramedic. But I'm not going to say that I know for sure. I'm just like 90% certain that's how it is, because that's what we did in Police Simulator. You had 8 or so, exactly 8 actually, to choose from. Colorful stripes. Can I get closer? Or do I do it from here? No, I must have to get closer, because usually there's an orange circle that you're supposed to stand in or take a picture of. So I must have to get much closer. Whoop. Oh, no, I know. I was here before, so I know I have to go to this crossing here. Oh, yeah. We can get much closer. Oh, that's a special point of interest over here. Hey, hang on. Have I seen this before? Oh, I do want to go that way. Whoops. Oh, I have been here before. I think the star is that I've seen it. I've identified it. Yeah. Okay, I've been here. Vroom, 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 vroom. Do you know the names of the paramedics in the game? I don't have it memorized, but I have a list of them. I don't think we're gonna share that quite yet. Excuse me, dear. Brum, 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 brum. Oh, we can actually get quite a bit closer. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's a dead end. Can't go that way. Oh, we can go this way. Do I want to go left or right? Probably left. This looks like there's a crossing right up here. Yes. Yes, there is. Oh. Invisible wall. Colorful stripes. Is it not that one right there?
The motif should be somewhere in this area.
Oh, maybe I have to go high up on the hill. I mean, that makes sense. I'm the worst at reading maps. Well, I mean, it's a good skill to learn. I think probably the issue with this game is you don't have waypoints to get somewhere. It's just, hey, go find this thing, which I actually really enjoy because that's reminiscent of old school RPGs like Morrowind. This is a weird angle to take this from, but I'm just gonna do it. Actually, let's go to this side. Go here. That's not bad.
Nice one.
Nice one.
That's a really nice shot, Mika. You can look at your pictures in the photo book from now on.
Will it be cool to add Wonderland in this game? What is Wonderland? Like Alice in Wonderland? I'm the worst at reading maps. Can't be. iPhone with GPS was invented for me. I mean, that's fair. Bonus task.
It's very important to not only practice long runs, but also focus on short sprints once in a while. And I found just the right track for that.
I love this song. This song is such a bop. I love it. What a banger. Oh, I like the rain too. I like rain maps. I mean, I don't have to. I'm just going to zoom because I built up all my stamina at this point. I don't have to do anything.
Wow, that was awesome. You were literally flying.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't literally flying, Sam. Chill. Relax. It's a horse, not a Pegasus. Maria Kaltenbach. So Alice in Wonderland, I mean, that would be cool, but that's not related to the Windstorm IP. So I doubt that Carol's family or his estate would allow us to add Alice in Wonderland to this, and it might be really like weird and jarring for people who are fans of Ostwind or Windstorm.
Mika, you certainly remember the Sassy classics and your all-terrain ride?
I heard a different kind of sassy. I am sassy. Realistically, Smoker, what would you like to see if Alice in Wonderland was added to this game? What would you like to happen? Would you like to go to Wonderland or just have the characters around the map? Maybe just have like voice acted dialogue from the books? What do you think would be really cool to add to this game? It's a nice thought experiment. I love the idea.
Well, I've missed most of it back then since I've been so groggy. Windstorm actually did the whole thing himself.
That's what I meant. I'd love to know how it would have turned out if it weren't for that handicap.
That's such... That's sassy. That's what I meant. That is uber sassy, Maria.
Grandma, you know that Windstorm and I don't like tournaments.
Cheshire Cat flyby, that would be actually be really cool. Or if Cheshire Cat was just like in random trees while you were going past and like would make fun of you or just say something random.
No tournament. Just for fun.
It doesn't sound fun, Maria.
Well, all right. I won't wear this ridiculous tournament dress, though.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it, Mika. You don't have to.
Go for it. Show me what you're made of.
So it's a timed race. Okay, so this shouldn't be that bad. We'll see, though. Maybe I spoke too soon. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's on the track. This shouldn't be that bad. Because I have jumps to reset my stamina, so... Oh, never mind. We're leaving the training grounds. Disregard. That was such a long jump. This is actually a really fun track so far. I'm really enjoying this, actually. Oh! There's no way I could have made that without a tighter turn, I think. Oh, no! Oh, I barely made that one. Sorry, we're still making really good time. Excuse me, cow. Moo! Thank you. On your left. Think about adding Princess Red and the Queen of Hearts from Descendants. Oh, so you're mixing all sorts of IPs with this. Okay, I'm feeling it, Smoker. What? I didn't get a trigger for it? You're adding the Descendants and Alice in Wonderland. Although, I mean, I guess it makes sense because Descendants is like really based loosely off of it. But now I'm thinking of like Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I'm thinking of the American McGee's really dark gothic Alice games. Those were so good. I loved those games. How are we doing? How many do we have? About half. Not halfway there. We have like 10 left. 9 left. Now we're back to the training grounds. Look at that
Wow.
magic. Wow. Yay!
I'm really impressed, Mika. If only you showed more interest in tournaments.
Oh my god. All right, sassy Maria, chill.
Kaltenbach Estate is in financial trouble. The current amount of paying customers doesn't produce enough money to maintain the estate. To attract additional customers to Kaltenbach Estate, Mika's grandmother wants to stage the first Kaltenbach Open Day.
Woo!
On that day, visitors can come to the estate and examine and use all the facilities for free. And to give them an even better reason to house their horses here at Kaltenbach Estate, Mika and Windstorm shall show off their riding skills. But to make all of this happen, Mika and her friends have a lot of work to do first. Preparations have to be made, and Mika and Windstorm have to train for their show to be ready when the visitors finally arrive.
Exciting. I've never had this before. This is very exciting, chat. Welcome to the first Kaltenbach Open Day. That's awesome. I love the purple. Purple looks really good. I love the German architecture. I miss Germany so much. Take me back. It's very distinct, the rooftops, the roof shingles, and the woodwork, like the outside line work for wood. That is very, very, very German and Austrian. Miss you too. If you have time, go watch The Descendants 3, then you'll know where I'm going with this. So, funny story, I haven't watched the third one because I'm still reading the books. I like to read the book before I watch any of the shows or movies that are made off of the books. So, it's I'm on it. I'm on my way, but I haven't watched it yet. So I appreciate that, Smoker. Thanks for the recommendation. Purple is your favorite color. It's a nice color. It goes with really everything. That's cool. I've never been this far in the game. Color of Kings. That's true. It's royalty. Level 10. Is this it? Oh no, I have way more levels to go. Okay. Can ride sharper turns. I don't think I want. Agility has hung me up a little bit though. There are times where I wish that I could take tighter turns, but making Windstorm more resilient might be more powerful. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think running out of stamina slower, like, because this is max stamina, right? Increases his stamina when sprinting, delays Windstorm's exhaustion. So this must be how slowly the stamina bar drains. Royalty, you're welcome. Regal. Regal's a really good word too. It's very regal. So either tighter turns or slower stamina burn. I think I'm going with the stamina. I think stamina is going to be more useful. I'm pulling the trigger. All right, let's do the first mission for open day, and then that'll probably be the end of the stream for today, guys.
Hey Mika, have you heard about that Kaltenbach Open Day?
I did hear briefly about it. There was a dialogue narrated and everything.
Sure. Grandma's talking about nothing else lately.
I mean, yeah. They need money, Mika. Chill.
Yeah, but I think it's a really good idea. I'm all excited.
That's the attitude. Sam's got the idea.
But Windstorm and I have to do this stupid show ride. You know how much I hate this.
Oh, Mika.
I know, but this could save the estate. And you can show everyone what an awesome horse Windstorm is.
He is a pretty awesome horse.
You're right, Sam. But we have so many preparations to do. Grandma wants me to use some kind of special obstacles for the show. Do you know what she could mean?
That sounds dangerous.
I think she refers to the old tournament obstacles. Really impressive stuff, and way bigger than the standard obstacles. I've watched my grandfather working on them. I can show you roughly where that was.
Okay, got it. I'll collect those beauties.
Oh, they are really pretty. Look at that.
My grandfather has left those obstacles lying around somewhere, Mika. Please ride to the marked areas and find those obstacles.
I like how the implication is that I'm going to them and then bringing them back, but I'm riding on a horse. I can't bring like concrete barriers back with me on a horse. Find the obstacles. So there's 7 of them nearby, I guess. Is this supposed to be it? This is just a sign. No, it's just a sign. Nope, not gonna go that way. Perfect. Oh, okay. Well, this is a dead end too, realistically. I mean, I can't go through the orange, but there's no point. Double perfect jump. Let's go. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Like, are they going to be very obvious? Or are they going to be somewhat hidden? That's the question, chat. Well, as usual, I'll go around the border of the area. See if there's anything obvious. And then once I find one, I'll know what I'm looking for. Oh, that's one right there, isn't it?
We must be really close.
Yeah.
Good. These have all been in this area. However, more of them must be hidden in the next area.
Oh, no. Really? They all are just this one per area? That's crazy, chat. I have to go to 7 areas? Wow. I should have just stopped stream. This could take like another 15 minutes. It's okay, though. I don't mind. I like hanging out with you guys. All right, next area. Wait, now, okay, it's way over there. If it's the only one, we'll see. At least they're like very obvious because they're purple and sparkly and really tall.
Good. These have all been in this area.
Oh my god, they are all in their
more
own.
Of them must be hidden in the next area.
That's wild. That's a decision, devs. That's a decision. Oh yeah, stamina takes forever to run out. I only put 1 point in it so far. That was the right call. That was the right call, was putting the stamina for sure. Let's see. Oh, is it right here? Or is that just a collectible?
Good.
Oh, it's a different. Oh no, there are different color ones.
In the next area.
I could barely even see that. If it wasn't for the sparkle, I would not have caught that at all. No shot. Okay. Well, now we know we gotta look for the sparkle. Oh, well, no, we don't. It's right there. We must be really close, really?
Good. These have all been in this area. However, more of them must be hidden in the next area.
Nice. Stamina is way better now. Way better. I can't wait to level up more now. Maybe I should have done that before I did speed. I don't know. Speed is pretty darn important. All right, where are you at? Where are you at? I see no sparkles on the right. So we got to be somewhere on the left here. Oh.
We must be really close.
Yeah, I can barely see them. From a certain angle, it's invisible.
However, more of them must be hidden in the next area.
Next, over here. How many do we have left? 2 more. Okay, well, this actually isn't taking that long. Now that my stamina doesn't run out as quick. And health. Yes, and health. Yeah, speed and health are usually the most important things to get in any stat-based game, definitely. Constitution or whatever it ends up being for that specific game. Sometimes it actually depends on the game. I'm not much of a Dark Souls player. But if I did, I imagine I would probably dump everything into strength to just one-shot everything. Because realistically, in those games, like, if you get caught off guard, you're dead anyway. A lot of the time. Not every time, but a lot of the time. So, like, you might as well just be used to being one-shot. So if you're just perfecting dodging and parrying,
these have all been in this area.
Then all that matters...
More of them must be hidden in the next area.
All that really matters is being able to hit hard. Wait, oh, the dead end. Okay, I can't go that way. Just kidding. I love the noise on the tracks. I still don't even see the circle that I'm supposed to go to yet. Oh, wow. It's way over there. Dang, chat. Well, it's the last one, at least.
Keep it up.
I will keep it up. Thanks. The sunflowers are beautiful. They really are. The sunflower and the wheat fields, surprisingly. Even the wheat fields look beautiful. Here, we'll take a detour to this field over here. And then we'll go around. Actually, I think it's the right way to go anyway, because that looks like a dead end. Yeah, even these look stunning. I don't know what these are supposed to be. They're not wheat. I can't tell what these are. Did your wife voice acted her? Mika? I don't have a wife, my friend. I am wifeless. I am maidenless. As the Elden Ringers would say. Wait, what? Oh.
I should ride back into the marked area.
I'm in the area, but it's a dead end. So I just hit a wall. I thought I just hit the outside of the orange ring, and that was it. Is the last one in here? No. Where is yous? I don't see any sparkles yet. Must be really close, really? Must we be? Aha! That's tricky.
You found the obstacles.
That's
I'm so
tricky.
relieved. I have feared that they might be gone.
Yeah, keep in mind, Smoker, like, I've been at Aesir for exactly 1 year this month, which is actually crazy to say out loud. Like, I can't believe it's been a year already. But this game came out like 5-6 years ago. I have no idea who the voice actors are for this game. She does have a great voice. I actually love all the voice actors. Except maybe Tinka, but that's because kids' voices are really, really hard to do. Let's see. Mika, voice actor, Windstorm, game. Let's see. This isn't police sim. Can't just be riding full speed at some tree thinking a horse will take out the trees. It's true. It's true. Okay. I think that's it for the game. We're gonna take a pause on that for now. We'll save right where we're at. And let's see. So I am curious to see who the voice actress is too. Let's see. I don't know if that's actually that person. Oh yeah, Google is useless now. Google has no information whatsoever. It's showing me Troy Baker. I promise you Troy Baker was not voice acting any lines in this game. His just to get an audition price is probably more than the budget for the entire game. Yeah, I don't think this is the person either. Yeah, I don't know who it is. It's a good question though. Sorry, I had to translate those fields. Those are, oh, okay. Consumable oil. So kind of like you would get for like corn syrup to make like ethanol. That makes sense. So it's a way of getting ethanol, whatever the plant is. Got you. Troy understands now. Well, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. We're gonna start doing some new stuff pretty soon. Also, Troy, we're still waiting to see a Chubby Bunny challenge on one of these streams. I mean, we got to do it when we have more than like 6 people in here, right? That has to be like a spectacle. That will be like on the launch of Ambulance Life or something like that. And I have to say Ambulance Life, a paramedic simulator every single time I put one in my mouth. How does that sound? That would be funny. Oh, what would be worse? Ambulance Life, a paramedic simulator, or Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori? No, it'll be Ambulance Life. Ambulance Life will be harder to say. What's funny is I do have marshmallows right now, but it's a mini marshmallows, so that wouldn't be nearly as fun. Okay, so we'll be back live again next week. Same bat time, same bat place. So one thing that we're having some trouble with is a lot of our social media accounts are getting suspended. They're getting appealed and then coming back, but like the Windstorm Instagram account, the Police Simulator Twitter account, some really stupid, like there's no like reasoning behind it. And then when we appeal it, they just come right back again the next day. So make sure that of anything that you're doing, you're staying on top of the Discord. I know you guys are, but this is also for people watching the VOD at home. Join our Discord, because that is like the one way that we can make sure that we're always getting the message out to you guys about any specific game or specific announcements or any other big stuff like that. So yeah. Stop by the Discord. Please wishlist all of our games. That helps us out tremendously. Even if you're not going to buy it, wishlist it, because it at least gives us a lot of clout when it comes to what we're going to be doing next. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you in Discord. I'll see you on our socials. And I will see you next time, Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central European time. Bye, guys. You're all super cute.